Hey, what's up everybody? It's Matt from Rocky's War Room. And today I have another Let's Build video of something I'm really excited about. This is the Beyond the Gates of Antares Boromite Hauler 28 millimeter transport tank for the Boromite race for Beyond the Gates of Antares by Warlord Games. This is a huge model. It's awesome looking. I've been really looking forward to building this, and today is the day. So we're going to open it up, we're going to take a look what's inside, and then we're going to build this sucker. So here we go. Here's the contents. And here's the contents of the box. And it also came with this sheet right here. And what this sheet is, it tells you all the options that this hauler has. And if you look at it closely, it's a Mod 2 and it can transport 10 guys. And it's a large model, of course. Its resistance is 13. That's ridiculous. It's pretty awesome. And it comes equipped with 2 Maglite supports. Obviously, you can upgrade with options, weapon options, and other options like a batter drone and self-repair and things like that. And then it gives you the weapon stats. It's pretty awesome. It's hard cardstock, beautiful artwork. You can set this on the table just as a quick reference. And it has your instructions on the back, which is pretty cool. So that's a A+ to me right there, especially for these kind of kits. So you get a bag of all the metal bits, which are mostly the weapons, the hatches, the metal magnetic piece there, the hatch here, the small hatch here, looks like the front screen or back hatch, just all around all the metal bits. Then we have the big mamma jamma part, but yeah, of course a flight stand, because this does fly like a skimmer. So Warlord resin, there we go. 2 big bags of meaty resin. Awesome. Just like the Broodmother. I mean, just awesome resin pieces. So we'll take a look at them. Looks like this is the spot where the flight stand goes, on the bottom. We got some cleaning up to do on it. We have the 2 front pieces. One is A and one is B. They marked them for you so you could tell the difference between which side goes where. Then we have the hull, which looks like it's going to join right here. We obviously have some flash to clean up from where it connects. There's one piece. Just some beautiful detail on this. It even has some damage on it. Built into the resin, like it's war-torn. Some damage there. And this is where that hatch goes that we looked at in the metal pieces there. So this kit is metal and resin. Looks like we have a driver. Another driver with a targeting helmet of some kind, or how he flies the ship. You can see his biceps, and then he's got his arms in there, and he's inside the machine. So that'll probably go in one of those holes there. I haven't looked in this in detail. It's marked B, so B goes where B goes, and this one's A, another driver. So a couple drivers there, which is awesome. Then we got this piece that's got these notches. They're going to fit together like that. We got some cleaning up to do on this, and they'll fit together like that. Really nice. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we'll sand it down to where it fits perfectly, but there might be a small gap, but we'll fix that with our gap filling glue. Wow, that's nice detail. All right, let's see. Got this here. Looks like this goes here. Got this piece here, which looks like it's going to go right there. Maybe. No, that's the back. Oh no, that's right. It goes right there. And oh, okay. So this piece. Anyway, I'll show you guys after I take a look at the instructions. I think it goes like this right here. Looks like it's going to hide some of that detail that's on the inside here, because well, anyway, you guys get the point. We're going to stick these on here. Oh yeah, this is where the those two A and B goes, right here, like that. So these are going to be here, like this, I think, because they have a notch for it. Well, I'll look at the instructions. We'll check it out, because this goes up top. So it looks like it's going to fit like this right here. And it does hide some of that cool detail underneath from the looks of it. Yeah, because this fits in this spot right here. And okay, I think we got it there. That's where the weapons goes. Once I get it cleaned up, it'll fit a little bit better. And then we got the metal piece that goes here, and then we got this front hatch that goes on right here. So it's massive. I mean, you can see the detail in the resin. It's really, really nice. No bubbles at all whatsoever that I can see. Maybe a little light sanding. There is some flash from where they poured the resin, but very clean look. And we're obviously going to have to clean this up with some soap and water. It's got a little release agent possibly that I can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the other room. We're going to clean up this resin here, and then we're going to put it together. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes with the whole thing put together. All right, everybody, there you have it. There is the Boromite Hauler. I had a real, I mean, it was a lot of fun to build. Really awesome kit. I mean, like, wow is all I gotta say. It's a big kit. It's like the Broodmother. Just massive. I mean, the Broodmother's a little bit bigger, but this is just as bulky as the Broodmother, I think. So what I ended up doing in this kit, I cleaned it all up. I cleaned the resin. I washed the resin, and then I started cutting off all the pour points for the resin that were left over, the little pieces, and sanding it and cleaning it up and fitting it together. And I noticed there were a few gaps, but it's hidden by the door underneath. These gaps are okay because it gets hidden by this piece right here. It was really wobbly on the stand, and I don't mind gluing the stand onto some of these things to make them sturdier. It was a little wobbly on the stand, so I went ahead and glued it. I'll put some masking tape around this clear part when I do the painting, so I won't get any paint on it. So, which is really easy to do. You just wrap it around flush here and around the bottom. You're going to be putting basic materials on this, so it's no big deal, but it's nice and sturdy on that stand once you glue it. So, but I did fill some of these gaps with the gap filling glue, which is the purple bottle. You can get it at any hobby store. Just look for CA glue or ask for CA glue, and it's the gap filling medium. So it fills those gaps. I take a light sand to those gaps, and the gap won't be there anymore. So that's no big deal. These gaps are normal. I looked at the box art, where all the gaps they had in the painted one. I mean, it just looks great. This is one of my favorite models, like the Broodmother. Another thing I did is I magnetized the turrets like that, and magnetized the magnet. The only I think I'm probably going to be taking these magnets out here and putting some stronger ones in. I only have medium strong in here. I thought that would hold it, but with this piece of metal I should have thought about it a little bit more. But they already had holes for magnets on either side, which was brilliant. Bravo Warlord for doing that. I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll be moving this sucker around with it sitting out like that anyway, but still, I'm probably going to put some stronger magnets on this so we can remove it. Not only that, for storage, because the height, I can bring down the height. Now, always dry fit your pieces before you glue. As you saw in the video, I was dry fitting each piece after I sanded it down and cut them off. I dry fitted each piece before I actually glued. Because when I did that, I found some spots where I had to shave down with a knife and to sand to get it to fit a little bit tighter and a little bit better. Other than that, you also want to make sure you watch your A and your B. This guy's an A, this guy's a B, this guy's an A, this guy's a B. They have it marked in the resin. A will go on the right, B will go on the left. Same with these turrets. Now, I also magnetized these turrets, which I might be putting some stronger magnets on them later on. I'm not sure, just to hold the weight of the metal weapons. It all depends on how well they hold. I may go out and get some heavy-duty strength magnets that are the same size as the magnets that I put in. It won't be that hard to, well, this is holding pretty good. Take these magnets out. It's pretty easy to do. So, the only other conundrum I have is the hauler itself, a base hauler, comes with 2 Maglite supports. And that are these fellas right here, which are great infantry killers. They're 3 shots each. They have a strike 2 value. That's a lot of shots coming out of these fellas. But there's also the mag cannon. And either one of these can have a mag cannon, or they can be swapped either way. I think what I'll end up doing is I mean, these would be very tough to magnetize, because you have to glue, if you're gluing them, you have to glue them these little bitty parts. You'd have to have some pretty strong little bitty magnets to even get this to stay on there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the box art on this one and go with the heavy mag cannon on one, or mag cannon on one side and a mag light support on the other. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, and I'm just going to glue them on these turrets right here. And if I do that, this heavy mag cannon turret, I'm going to need some heavier duty magnets on right here. We'll test it out, because the only parts that stick are these two, and I'm going to pin each one with some pins, some paper clip and drill, and I'll pin these little deals in here, so it'll hold it to this. And the mag light support over here, I'll drill some holes and put some pins in here and glue this to this here as well. But I'll do that before I get going. I think before I get going on painting it. But I do think I'm going to need some heavier duty magnets for this here to put it on. But other than that, it's an awesome kit. I mean, it's just beautiful. Let's give you guys an up close look. Got a couple metal hatches too. That's another thing I want to point out. These metal hatches have these holes. The resin has the holes in this part here. I didn't realize it when I was putting it together. I would hold it on its side, glue one side in, glue the other side in, and it has a hatch on the other side as well that fits in these little resin holes when you put it together. But I would hold it on its side, put one door in, put the other door in, make sure they're glued on this side over here, and then put this top piece on after you get this one in this hole right here. That way the doors will line up fine and you won't be messing with it going back and forth. But other than that, they already come with pre-drilled holes, so I figured why not magnetize them. So I may not have to, I don't know, because I like how they turn and stuff. It all depends on what I want to do. I know I'm going to put a heavier magnet on this right here for sure. So, but anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with me. This is an awesome kit. If you play Boromites, I wouldn't go home without one. This carries 10 guys. And it's a tank. It's got a big cannon on it and some light support. So I'd say it's worth it for any Boromite army for sure. But if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please tell a friend. Like this video. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you think of this kit. Tell me what you think of the Boromites. I'd appreciate it. And last but not least, from me to you, ta-ta! And we'll see you in the next video.